Hello, Amy. This will be some Milestone 2 feedback for you. And I won't post this on the 7.1 discussion board, but I will, give you access to it through the assignment. In general, I appreciate your anxieties, and I'm so sorry that I missed the note of the 11th, which is more than a week ago, where you had some time and you had asked if we could maybe have a phone conversation. And I want to urge you to call again and leave a message if I don't answer the phone. I've posted my number several places. Anyway, here is some feedback for you. I'm also going to show you other students' work, hoping that this might set you in the right direction. Now, Amy, I went to Amy Clement. So I see a couple things here. I see that you are, let me sort of dissect or analyze this web address. I see that you've been able to get an account on GeoCities, all right? And you've named it Amy Clement. Great. Then I see that you have a directory called index.html. Directories don't have file extensions. Only files have file extensions. This is the file extension, HTML. What I would expect here is maybe a GRA 310 as the name of that folder, and then, or maybe week 7. That would be another possibility. And be careful of how you name your directories. There should be no word spaces, okay? And certainly no extensions. Directories do not have extensions. Now, oops, let me go back. Yeah, here we go. So here's what I see. So you've been able to upload some things. Now, the pictures aren't showing up. I see there are 2. Watch your spelling, by the way. Spaghetti, I think, has an H in it somewhere. And you've got links, but they don't go anywhere. See, I would expect a page called About. You can keep this to a minimum. I see that your code is actually pretty good, but I see some things about addresses and so forth that you may need to add. First of all, here's the declaration. I see that it has one there. Then I would expect, here's the head area. You have some styling outside of the head. So you might want to move this ordered list down to the head for the inline styling. Ultimately, you want to migrate to an external style sheet. Now, I appreciate your skills in inline styling, and there are times, I guess, when you will use that. But really, the goal and the standard is an external style sheet. I see that you've got some styling going on. So these are all good things. This is that host code, as somebody in this class called it, that GeoCities puts on your page. It's a script. Just ignore that. Reviewing it live. And then, okay, here's where we have problems. You've named, where is this Pasta 2 JPEG? Is it on the server? Is it at the same level as this? When I go to the root directory, which is Amy Clement, I'll probably get I get the same thing. Interesting. See, okay, I think that part of the misunderstanding is that you've named a directory index.html, and I've talked about that in the written rubric. But anyway, let me go back to your code here. So here's an image. Where was that? Image was, here we go. Well, here's an image. I would expect to see, well, this has looked like a correct file path. You're going to need to put a directory called pictures on your web server, okay? And within that, you're going to have Pasta Machine JPEG. Now, I was about to say that you have to be very careful what you name files. This file name has a word space. Word spaces are verboten, okay? So don't use them when you name your files. Use an underscore or a hyphen if you have to use anything at all. All right, that's about all I can say. You've got some good content going on here in your text, and you've colored it, using the corporate palette colors. And so there are some accomplishments in this, and don't get discouraged. Maybe in the next, what is it now, 8 days, maybe we can get you through. Okay. I'm sure there's many more things I could tell you. I don't want to overwhelm you. And let's, stay in touch over the next week.